Never give up, never surrender.
Never give up, never surrender.
Never give up, never surrender.
Oh, shut up.
So, Deadsiders, I've got to admit, the excitement for those anticipated features, unlike many games we've experienced, we've all endured the painful frustration of slow development, toxic launches, or games burning out shortly after release. But let me pose this one question on a game that is still fighting to stay alive. Is Deadside really dead? Or is it just scratching the surface of its true potential?
Children, gather round. No retreat. No surrender.
In today's video, my aim is to discuss the concerns, comments raised by the Deadside community, along with discussing the exciting new features on the horizon and what lies ahead in Deadside's roadmap. One burning question that's been circulating: will Deadside finally introduce vehicles? For those who haven't been following Loaf's channel closely, Tiny Builds is actively working on the aspect, and by the looks of it, there's promising progress underway. The anticipation for vehicle integration has been heavily emphasized by the Deadside community for quite some time. However, it's not without its challenges. The team acknowledges the complexity involved in optimizing vehicle netcode, a crucial yet demanding aspect of development. Given Unreal Engine 4's robust physics, introduced intricacies when addressing issues like packet loss and netcoding discrepancies, particularly in multiplayer settings. The team remains vigilant in addressing these concerns, prioritizing quality over hasty implementations. After all, the last thing anyone wants is glitchy vehicles or lag-induced frustrations of cars teleporting all over the map. Despite these obstacles, developers maintain an optimistic outlook, hinting that vehicle integration may arrive sooner than anticipated. So keep your eyes peeled for further updates. So if you guys haven't heard of another feature we're going to be getting in the upcoming roadmap, should be very soon, I'd imagine by the looks of it. But anyways, sounds like we're finally going to be getting prone animations. So to give you guys some additional feedback, pressing Z will transition your character into the prone animation. Your character won't be able to fire any weapons, however, will retain the ability to free look. This leaves your player vulnerable to hostiles in the vicinity, so the player will need to take necessary precautions before considering going into the prone animation. So once in the prone position, you'll gain the ability to roll in any direction, shoot and utilize almost any equipable items, and also interact with the in-game items. AI will struggle more to detect you while prone, and you'll also be able to crawl into tight spaces. Clearing landmarks and bunkers will now require vigilant observation in order to spot hidden prone opponents. I've got to admit, this is going to change Deadside's engagements on a wider scale. Rooftop campers, bush Wookiees, it's important to note that going prone will also produce significant noise, potentially alerting nearby players. Now, one thing I would like to see introduced is stealth mechanics. Maybe not now, the team is wrapped up on all the necessities, but maybe in the future of Deadside, we can possibly see these implemented. Stealth could greatly enhance the system, such as the ability to adjust movement speed, while in other games may offer an extensive stealth features like walking on glass, but even just the inclusion of adjustable movement speed alone would be a compelling addition to Deadside in my opinion. So guys, sleeping bags. So guys, given the expansive size of the map, players can now place multiple sleeping bags to aid in reducing travel time between landmarks. These are crafted within 10 rags and can literally be placed anywhere on the map. Now, one thing you might ask is, how does this discourage respawn camping? So sleeping bags operate within cooldowns similar to other respawn markers, allowing respawn times within a 5-minute duration within a distance of 300 meters from each other. You can also destroy your opponent's sleeping bags and can replace them with your own. This will heavily emphasize more favoritism towards the raiders rather than the base owners, so base owners, just don't get raided. And one more last thing to note for you guys is discussing changes to the C4 placement. You can now throw C4 directly instead of walking up to a wall and placing it. This modification makes it much easier to utilize C4 in challenging engagements. So guys, before I wrap things up here, though even we all want new features, animations, items, stealth mechanics, the list goes on. At some point, we all have to appreciate and take into consideration is that the Deadside team is small but still working hard to improve the game's overall quality. And to me, the game's core quality is always first for longevity and a better player's experience. Despite the smaller team and the time consumption it entails, development is dedicated to refining the game's features and addressing any issues to the target audience. So I come back to this question, is Deadside really dead? Me personally, I don't think so. It might not have as much marketing as other games, but that doesn't mean it's not doing well. Games that develop quickly often have good support, which should help Deadside progress faster too. So with all the recent early access titles released in previous years being scammed unplayable games, I got to admit, Deadside is far from that. If anything, the team needs is some kind of reward for just being honest to the community. So guys, if you want to understand more about the development of Deadside, don't forget to join Loaf's Discord. I'll also do my best to share any Deadside news and we'll keep you updated. So stay positive out there, Deadsiders. Hope is on the way. Thank you everyone for watching, and remember, never give up, never surrender.
No, never give up, never surrender.